Hi guys, so today I just wanted to come to you with a quick video of my recent install and hair update. In my last video I was going on about the hair that I got. The hair was absolute rubbish. I think what the person did said the hair was Brazilian, but it was actually shop hair, because after about 2 weeks the hair started to mat up like shop hair. Like, you know, whenever you get shop hair to begin with, it's nice, it's lovely, it's silky, and then after a while it just starts to mat up, it knots up, you can't even get your fingers through it. That's exactly what the hair did. And it also, when I was washing it, colour was coming out of it. The hair was just awful, absolutely terrible, so I had to get rid of that ASAP. So over Christmas, one of the things I got was hair. My family didn't actually go out and buy it, they gave me the money to purchase it for my Christmas present. So I got a 26-inch and a 24. The 26 I've actually got from my new hairdresser. I've actually found this new hairdresser who's absolutely brilliant. She's fabulous with putting in hair. You know, she's not one of them hairdressers which stand there and pretend they sort of care about your hair and say you can do everything to your hair, you can do this, you can do that, you can have any type of extensions. No, she's one of them hairdressers which actually care about your hair. Like, if she feels that your hair can't take something or it's not strong enough for something, even if it's going to make her money, she'll stand there and say to you, I'm not going to do that, or your hair can't take this, it's not going to work. Also, down to the way she installs the hair. Like, I have no tension whatsoever on any part of my head, and my biggest worry are my edges and the front of my hair, because I find with a lot of people, when they get their hair done too tight, even though it's lovely to have your hair tight because you feel that, you know, it's not going anywhere, you know, they just start to lose their edges and the front of their hairline, and it is just not good. So that is a big worry, and I always stress that to her, but she's always like, Mel, don't worry, you know, it's fine. And it is, you know. So my edges, literally, there's no strain on my edges whatsoever, especially these parts. I always think with people, these parts are the biggest parts which lose hair the fastest, and this bit. There is no strain whatsoever. Just how she's installed it is just so good. And it's not even that she's done the cane rows loosely, just how she's done it is like for my hair, or like, I don't even know how to explain it. Just, there is just no tension. It's like she looks at the thickness and the coarseness of your hair and how to cane row it, and if your hair can't take cane row, she'll tell you, but she'll work out another way to put the extensions in, which is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, this new hair which I've got from her, this is my second time having it installed. Last time I had it installed with the centre parting with my closure, but the woman before who I got to bleach my closure, not this lady, it's like she bleached the knots, but then it ended up changing the colour of the lace, and it, oh my god, it wasn't the same colour. I could make it the same colour with foundation and powder, but it was just so much hassle, it got really annoying, so I just ended up flicking it over so that I wouldn't have the middle part, and it looked nice like that anyway. I also actually got my 26-inch halfway through my last install, and I went there sort of thinking, oh, she'll say to me, oh, you know, because it's installed, I'm not going to be able to put the 26-inch in until your next install. And she didn't. She like moved all the tracks up. It took her like the best of like half an hour, 45 minutes, and put the 26-inch in, and it was brilliant, absolutely fabulous. I loved how she did it. And also, she tells you, you know, the hair products which is good for the hair. Not that I don't have hair products that I like to use in my hair, but you know, sometimes it can weigh it down or whatever. And some Brazilian has Brazilian hair, but no bundle is the same. So even if 3 of you have Brazilian hair and you're all using the same products, on one of the people, the product could act completely different on the hair, because everyone's hair is different, and everyone's head that the hair has come off is different. So, you know, this hair, literally though, everyone that I've seen her use it on, it's been fine. It's this Brazilian hair oil, and I think it's brilliant. Literally, when you put it in, it sort of makes it look like you've sheened your hair, so it does sort of look a bit greasy, but then it just goes, but it doesn't lose the moisture or the softness, which is really good. So you can get this in serum, loads of other stuff as well, and it was £6.99 from my another hair shop down the road that I live by. And also, for in between my braids, because I can get quite dry scalp and whatever, and so I told her, you know, I can get quite dry scalp, and I start to itch my head and it just gets on my nerves, especially at night, which is the worst for me. And she told me to get this Vitalize olive oil 4-in-1 serum, and it prevents thinning and breaking, repairs damaged hair, promotes thick and long healthy hair, excellent for weaves and braids. And it was £4.99 from the same shop that I got the Brazilian hairspray from. And, you know, I actually mentioned to her, you know, my hair, it never used to be, like, so sensitive to and prone to, you know, getting itchy and everything. And she was saying, you know, maybe me or the person that, if I did have someone do my hair, which was mainly me, my fault, she was like, you know, there's no need to, like, properly scrub your head when you're washing it. She's like, you know, everyone thinks when they're washing their hair, especially when they've had a weave-in because they've not washed it in so long, you've got to scrub your head and scratch it to get all the dirt out. And she was like, no, literally, just as long as you are getting good into your head and you're rubbing it properly, there is no need to scratch it, no need for anything. And she's like, you know, some people don't even use shampoo in their hair, they just use conditioner. And I have heard of that before, but come from a hairdresser, you usually expect them to say use shampoo and conditioner. And so literally with the last install and this install, my hair doesn't itch as much, and it is so great. I love that, because, you know, itching the head can just irritate the head, and it's also not good for your hair when you're trying to get in between the tracks. So yeah, those are two really good products that I'm using. Also, in the mornings or something, instead of trying to avoid using my GHD flat irons, which are these ones, like pink ones, and like the plates are really nice. You can't see it on this. They're like glittery pink, and I love that about them. So try and put them down. So I've been trying to use like this. It's like a what are they called? Like the air brush dryer things. Yeah, I've been using this, and this gives really nice waves as well. You know, that like natural sort of look. And my hairdresser actually told me about this as well. Like, obviously I'd seen them, I've used one before, but I never thought, oh, you know, I can constantly use it every day for style. So to get like a bit of a swoop in my fringe or a flick here, and even down to these end bits, you know, I'll just get it and run it through and roll it, and it just gives a nice wave. I've not done it today. This is just from yesterday, and it comes out really nicely. It's lovely. Or if I don't want to use this, I'll use these like jumbo flexi rods. The camera's not actually giving off how big they are, but I couldn't believe where I got them from. They came from Primark. There were 6 in a pack and $1.50 for 6. So I bought 2 packs, and they give really nice waves as well. Like, the waves they give are absolutely lovely. I'm trying to find a flexi rod that I used to use, which I thought was quite big, but I can't actually find one. Sorry. But yeah, these are quite big. Like, these jumbo ones in the hair shop, you'll get like 5 for like, what, about £5? Like, literally, like £4.99, £5.99 for 6 of them. So £1.50 for 6 in Primark was a bargain. So I was so happy about that. So yeah, right now I'm loving this hair. I have a bit of shedding, but that is only because she cut my wefts. And I did mention to her, I said, oh my god, everyone's like, don't cut your wefts, you shouldn't cut your wefts because it will cause shedding or whatever. And she's like, you know, if you have a good weft or whatever, fair enough, if you cut it, it will shed a bit from the bits you cut, but it shouldn't really shed. So when I had it first installed to begin with, I was like, oh my god, is she telling the truth? So like for the next like day or so, I did have a bit of shedding, but then it just wore off. Like literally what she said, it just didn't happen. So I was really happy about that. So right now, literally the shedding's not really anything. I get a few hairs, and I got like 2 hairs there. And like, you know, sometimes it's different. Sometimes I run my fingers through and I'll maybe get like more, but not a lot, nothing bad. And the only reason why she says she cuts them is because when you flip them over, yeah, okay, it's fine, it's alright, and it looks flat, but this is like dead flat. You can't see any bumps or whatever. Like, it just feels like my head, and I love that as well. As I said, I didn't mind the flicking over when you flip the tracks, but this just feels so much better. I don't mind having that minimum amount of shedding for a day or two. And as well, you know, if you want her to seal the wefts, if you took the sealant to her, she would do it for you and everything. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to tell you about my hair. I'll probably be back with another hair update soon.